Hi guys, Happy New Year! I wanted to spend a few minutes and reflect on 2023 and kind of talk about what my goals and dreams would be for 2024. First of all, I want to wish you a Happy New Year, Happy 2024. I hope this year brings you health above everything, but also happiness and beautiful memories with your loved ones, with your friends, with your family, and I also hope it brings life to all of your big, wild, crazy dreams, because on this channel we dare to dream big and we work hard and we achieve our dreams one way or another. Fast or slow, we're gonna get there. I wanted to reflect on the past year because 2023 was probably the most eventful year of my entire life. This past year, just a lot of things happened in my life. So many. So it was definitely the most eventful year. So I wanted to reflect on it for a few minutes with you guys and then talk about our resolutions for 2024. Feels like it's still like early 2023. I don't know why, maybe because it went by so fast. But in January I released Stupid for Your Love, the song that I wrote for my then boyfriend, and leading up to its release I visited a lot of morning shows in Bulgaria, one of them being 100% Awaken and Before Noon and meetings and so many more. A lot of people were interested in getting to know me and learning about my music, so that was very fun to talk about my career and Stupid for Your Love on these big news outlets. It was very fun. And then when I flew back to Boston on our 10-year anniversary with Spacin, he proposed to me. After 10 years of being together, he popped the question and I of course said yes, and we spent the next few weeks in this very, very beautiful love bubble. We told only our closest friends and family for the first week or 2 weeks, so it was very nice to just have this little love bubble where nobody really on social media knows yet. It's just us and our loved ones. A few days after he proposed to me, I shot the music video to Stupid for Your Love, which was one of my favorite days of the year. It was so fun getting to work with this huge bunch of talented, incredible artists. We had 2 days of shooting the music video. About 20 people were involved in the process. It was just good vibes. It was so fun. I'm always in awe watching what they create. The set design and the editing and all of that is always so cool, because when I come up with video ideas, I have this like vision in my head, and it's so cool to work with people that can contribute to my vision and can execute it. And that's what I did with Gregory Warfield. He's always an amazing person for me to work with, because he gets what's in my head and he just adds on to it, so together we create a lot more cooler concepts. It's always a fun time to do music videos with him, and unfortunately now that I am in LA that will not be happening anytime soon, but I really hope I get to work with that crew again sometime in the future. And then once we shot the music video, I pretty much spent the next few months gigging and performing live and enjoying being engaged. It was just a lot of performances and recording for YouTube. And around February is when I started posting a lot more on YouTube. I started posting about twice a week, and from there my channel kind of took off. For me, that is a really big jump, because in the beginning of the year I had, I think, like 200 subscribers, and my goal for the year was to get to 1,000, and here we are, and we're above 6,000, and I really can't believe it. I'm so grateful for you guys. Oh my god, I know I've said this a lot in the past few weeks, but I really am grateful that I'm cultivating this amazing community of sweet and kind people, and you guys are so supportive of me, but also of yourselves. I see sometimes when you talk in comments and you're so supportive of each other, and that melts my heart. It makes me so happy. So thank you for being here and for being so kind to me, but also to each other, because that is very, very important. And then on May 10th, which is the day that 10 years, no, more than 10 years, because me and Spacin have been together for 10 years, but we've known each other for like 14, 15, but we met on May 10th. And the reason we know that is because that is one of our friends' birthday, and that's where we met on his birthday party. That is a very special date for us, so we decided to get married on May 10th, which was a random Wednesday, and I'm so happy that all of our friends were able to get off work and attend our wedding because it was so special and so intimate. It was a very small wedding, about 20 or 23 people, including me and Spacen, so it was very small because we were gonna do the big wedding in September in Bulgaria with all of our friends and family there. So in Boston, we kept it very small and intimate. In June, I flew to LA where I wrote a lot of music. I wrote for 5 days. I was booked with sessions, and I finished 3 songs that I really liked, and one of them was like, let's get this song into production ASAP, and that is Wild Wild West, the song that I released a little bit afterwards. I wrote it in June with Joseph Mosbridge and Maria Landy, and Joseph Mosbridge is the producer of it. So it was very fun to write that song and to record it when I was there. So I wrote it on day 1 or 2 of my trip, and then the next day we were already in the studio recording the vocals. And then I flew back to Boston and we continued working on the song, and I continued performing until August when I went to Bulgaria to prepare for the wedding. Sorry guys, my camera died. Where was I? I was telling you how the entire year from January when we got engaged to September when we got married in Bulgaria, I was juggling my work life and my personal life as well as organizing the wedding. I had an amazing team in Bulgaria that helped me with everything, but if you've never been a bride, I'm here to tell you that even though you have people helping you and you have a company organizing and helping you with everything in the wedding, it's still a lot of work. Like, you still need to go through every single person and watch their things, like photographers, videographers, even like cake makers and everything. You still want to see everybody's work, decide which ones you want to work with, then everything in terms of details and like the smallest little parts, it's still up to you to figure out what you like, what you want to do, how you want to do it, especially if you're someone like me, because I have the DIY gene, being an independent artist where I do a lot of my things myself. I always have a very specific vision of what I want, like always. When it comes to everything in my life and in my career, I always know exactly what I want, and I just want it done, you know, one way or another. And usually a lot of the times it would just be, I'm gonna do it then, I'm gonna DIY it. For our Boston wedding, I DIY'd the entire thing. I did not have anybody helping me. It was just me and Spacey whenever I needed him, but I did our flowers, I did the decor, I did the design and print of our menus, name cards, the big welcome sign. What else? I have an entire TikTok showing all the things I DIY'd, but it was a lot and I enjoyed every bit of it. It was so fun, but it was exhausting, and then I had to do it kind of, not really all over again for the Bulgarian wedding, but kind of. Like I said, for the Bulgarian wedding, I had someone helping me, so it was a lot less of me actively doing stuff. It was more computer work and coming up with stuff, but I still DIY'd a few things for a Bulgarian wedding. Like, I had the numbers on the tables from marble, I made those, and our welcome sign, I made that, and I made little gifts for my mom and Spacen's mom and my dad. These napkins where I hand embroidered letters for them. I did a lot of DIYs. I should do a little TikTok on that as well. But yeah, when I flew to Bulgaria, I first had my bachelorette. I had one in Boston as well, I forgot to say, but I had a bachelorette in Boston, which was really fun. And then I had my bachelorette in Bulgaria by the seaside. It was so fun. I also got to see 2 of my other friends get married the week before us, which was so nice. And another friend of mine, I went to her bachelorette party. I wasn't able to go to her wedding, which I'm really sad about, but she was a beautiful bride. I got to see all the pictures. And then on September 1st, our wedding happened. It was such a magical day. It was so fun. It was so laid back, and that is something I'm very happy about and very proud of, because everybody said that it was so relaxed and so laid back, and there was nothing happening, like nothing wrong really happened, not behind the scenes, not at the wedding. I was a chill bride, guys. I I'm kind of like before the wedding, but then on the day I'm out. Like, I've done what I've done. I've put my heart and soul into it, and I've trusted professionals. So on the day of the wedding, I'm like, peace out. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care. I'm here to be present and to enjoy this moment and to spend this time with my friends and my family, to look them in the eye and to spend quality time with them. I did not want to be like thinking about anything. So I was very chill. I was a chill bride, and I'm very happy about it. And I'm very, very happy that a lot of our guests told us that they were also so relaxed, because sometimes when you go to weddings, it's always like, you know, like it can be a lot. Being at a wedding, be it your wedding or being part of a wedding, can be really exhausting and time consuming, and it's like a job. It's like a part-time job. So I'm very happy that people said that our wedding was relaxed and easygoing. On September 19th, I released wildwildwest.com, the song that I wrote in June. No, when did we write it? We wrote it in like late June when I was in LA. We recorded it and it came out that same year in September. Very proud of this song. It's so fun. If you haven't heard it, please check it out. I'm gonna link it down below. wildwildwest.com. Find it on your favorite streaming platform. Give it a little like. Thank you so much. Rent over. Continuing on with some final gigs when we went back to Boston, because in early October we drove all the way from Boston to LA. I moved to LA with my husband, Spacen, this year. He has been my boyfriend, my fiance, and finally my husband. But we finally moved to LA. We drove there. We went to, which cities that we passed through? We went to
Niagara Falls in New York. I actually don't remember all of them. Cleveland, Ohio, Moab in Utah, Las Vegas, and the ones in the middle, Denver, Colorado, and a few more.
It wasn't that exhausting. It was okay. It was pretty fine. It was nice. And we got to see some places and create a little road trip, which was really fun. So the big events of this year were releasing 2 songs, getting engaged, getting married once, getting married twice, and moving cross country. And then we've been settling into LA slowly. Once we moved in, you guys know that we didn't have our furniture or belongings for a month. So that was a little bit of a weird transitional period. Then November hit, and then December, it was like everybody went somewhere. So the music industry kind of like died down a little bit because everybody was celebrating the holidays, which makes sense. I was also so fortunate to go to Italy before the year ended. You saw in my Florence vlog. I have a 2-part vlog from my Florence trip. You should check it out. I'll link it down below. But it was so fun. I got to see one of my friends get married, and I also got to spend some time with my mom. So that was really fun. And now I am back in LA, and the grind has officially started. It's a new year, and let's talk about the resolutions for this year. So this past year, my channel grew a lot more than I expected, a lot more than any of my other social platforms. So my goal for this year is to keep reaching more people and to keep growing on this platform, to keep creating content for you guys, because I genuinely love it. It's so fun for me. So yeah, my goal is to grow more on this platform and to connect with more of you guys, as well as on Instagram and TikTok, but YouTube seems to be the place that I always am a little bit more drawn towards. I just love YouTube so much. I'm a YouTube girly through and through. Like, I just love watching YouTube videos. I fall asleep to YouTube videos. I watch them while I do my skincare, while I brush my teeth, while I get ready. I just consume so much YouTube content that it only makes sense for me to create it as well. I'm just a YouTube person. Some people are not. Like, I have friends where I would ask them, like, who do you watch on YouTube? And they're like, I don't watch YouTube at all. And to me, that's like crazy. Like, it's crazy. I just love YouTube so much. But anyway, I really hope to grow on this platform a lot more. And let me see what my other resolutions are, because I wrote them down. Something I want to recommend you guys do is when you're creating your resolutions, do tangible things, do exact stuff, like numbers, specific things, like very specific goals. Don't just say, I want to become rich this year. Say how much money you want to make this year. Don't just say, I want to become this in this year, or I want to be a better person this year. What does a better person mean? Put it in a tangible thing, put numbers to it, put something very specific to it, put an exact goal, and then you can really reach it. Because if you just say, I want to be a good person, I want to be a better person, or I want to become more rich, at the end of the year, how are you gonna be like, how can you check that off? Because what is being a better person or being richer? I guess maybe if you make more than the year before, but I think adding a specific number to things is what I do and what will really motivate you and give you something to really work for. So in my resolutions, I've added specific numbers and things that I won't go into, but I'll kind of give you the overall resolutions, which is grow on YouTube, obviously on Instagram and TikTok too, but YouTube is my main priority. I would love to start collaborating with brands, because I do want to turn this into a job, because it takes a lot of my time editing videos, filming videos, creating concepts. All of that takes a lot of time, and for me to be able to put all that time into it, I would love to be able to monetize it in some way, because that way I can relax and focus on creating content and not worry about how am I gonna make my next paycheck somewhere else so that I have time for YouTube. You know what I mean? So I would love to start working with brands. Definitely want to get into performing here in LA. Like I said, after we moved here, kind of the holidays hit and there wasn't a lot of things happening. But now that it's January, I am already applying to perform, and I'm already booking writing sessions, and I just want to write more music but also perform, because performing is what keeps me alive. I love performing. I love singing live, and I haven't done it in a few months, which is the longest time I've gone without being on stage, and I miss it so much. I look like I'm about to cry, but it's just my voice is a little tired from talking. I've talked a lot today. I love the stage. I love entertaining. I love connecting with people. I love it so much, and I miss it so much. So this is the year where I'm gonna go back into performing. The previous year, I did like 30 or 40 shows for the entire year. So that was pretty nice, and I'm very happy. Some days, some weeks, I would have like a few shows at a time, and that's how I thrive. I just love it so much. So hopefully I will get more performance opportunities here in LA as well. Another thing that I want to do is get my driver's license. Yep, I am in my late 20s and I do not drive yet, but I am working on it. I'm learning, and I need to get my driver's license ASAP, because if you don't know LA, like if you've never been here, it's so spread out. Everything is so far. Like a 40-minute drive is normal here. So I need a driver's license, because I cannot be Ubering everywhere. I just can't do it unless Uber sponsors me. Then we can do it. And finally, I want to release more music. At least 2 songs is my goal, but hopefully more, maybe an album. I'm already writing music that I'm passionate about and I'm excited to release, so hopefully I'll be releasing it in 2024, but we'll see. And yeah, those are currently my resolutions. Obviously other things is continue eating healthy, continue working out. I've been working out about 5 times a week, and I just love it. I've always been someone who loves to work out, so my resolution is to keep that up in 2024, as well as keep eating healthy, as well as maintain my good relationships with my family, my husband, my friends. All of those things are very, very important to me, but the ones that I wrote down, I needed like tangible things. So I wrote down the more, like the things that can be achieved in terms of like numbers and stuff, if that makes sense. Whew, I feel like I've rambled on for such a long time, so I'm gonna leave you guys. Again, thank you for being here and for following my journey as an artist in LA, and Happy New Year, and I will see you a little bit later.